To all of you, my Radhe Radhe and Pranam also. Before we go into Katha, let's do Bhagavat Sumiran. Meditate on Shri Krishna. As we sing His praises, we seek His blessings that we can listen to and read this Bhagavat also. Riddhi Siddhi Data Siddhi Sadana Vadana Varana Sumiro Varambara Madana Kadana Kilal Ganapati Kripanidhan Jnana Khani Anand भवन देहु मोहि वरदान वरनो भाषा भागवत जय शिव आनंद कंद भूतनाथ भव भय हरन भक्ति विषय निर्द्वंद गौर बरन मंगल कर हे ब्रज चंद मुकुंद ब्रज भूषण दूषण काटहु भव भय पंद चरण शरण ली आनंद जय 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 जगदीश सेवत शेष महेश अज महिमा अमित अभेद वेद भेद जानत में देहु मोहि वरदान राधा वर यह वर सदा प्रेम भरी मुस्कान नित चित्त में खटकात रहे मोहि चाहिए कछु नाही और वस्तु प्रभु जात की बसी रहे मन माही यह बाकी झाकी सदा लिए लकुटिया हाथ गायन के पीछे पीरत ग्वाल बाल लिए साथ मोर मुकुट शिर पर धरी कर मुरली उर्मा शीश मुकुट कटी पीत पट या छवि सो नंदला बसहु हृदय मम निशि दिवस गुरुपद रज धर शीश कहूँ भागवत की कथा जो शुकदेव मुनीश कवि सो परीक्षित नृप अति भय निगम कल्पतरो गलितं फलम् शुकमुखादमृतद्रवसंयुतं पिबत भागवतं रसमालयम् मुहुरहो रसिका भुवि भावुका। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, राधा रानी की जय, श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय, श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की जय। आज की कथा है 9वें स्कंद 4थे अध्याय की कथा है। बहुत सुंदर कथा है और आशा है कि हम सब कुछ सीख मिलेंगे उसको सुनने के बाद या सुनने से। Tonight's katha is from the 9th book, 9th canto, 4th chapter of Shrimat Bhagavat Mahapuran. Very beautiful katha. My hope is that we'll all benefit in some way by listening to tonight's katha. Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda. Govinda, Govinda, Radhe Radhe Govinda. Everyone clap and sing. Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda. Radhe Radhe Govinda, 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 Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda. अम्बरीशो महाभागा सप्तद्वीपवती मही अव्ययां च श्रियां लब्ध्वा विभवं चातुलं भुवि मेनेतिर्दुर्लभं पुंसां सर्वं तत्स्वप्रसंश्रुतं विद्वान् विभावनिर्वाणं तमो विशति यत्पुमान्। Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda. Oh Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda. Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda. Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda. Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda. Vasudeve Bhagavati Tadbhakti Suchat Sadhusu Prapto Bhavam Param Vishwam Nenedam Loshtuvat Smritam Yasya Katushu Girvanaihi Sadasya Ritvajo Janaha Tulya Rupashchanimisha Vyadishyanta Suvasasaha. Govinda, Govinda, Radhe Radhe Govinda, 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 Radhe Radhe Govinda. Radhe Radhe Govinda, Radhe राधे राधे गोविंदा
राधे राधे
राधे
राधे गोविंदा
राधे राधे गोविंदा राधे राधे गोविंदा
राधे राधे गोविंदा राधे राधे गोविंदा
राधे गोविंदा राधे
गोविंदा
राधे गोविंदा राधे
गोविंदा
राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा राधे गोविंदा 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 राधे राधे गोविंदा गोविंदा
गोविंदा गोविंदा राधे राधे गोविंदा।
बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। एक बहुत महीप सारे संसार का एक राजा थे, एक राजा पूरे विश्व का। वो नाभाग का पुत्र थे, उनके नाम थे अम्बरीश। अम्बरीश बहुत बड़े भक्त थे भगवान का। पूरे विश्व का एक राजा, जितने धन ऐश्वर्य सब उनके निकट, सब उसके पास। लेकिन उसको देखकर जैसे कोई स्वप्न देखते हैं, इस तरह उसको देखते थे, क्योंकि ये परम भक्ति, भगवान श्री कृष्ण का परम भक्ति का पात्र बन गए। उस भक्ति पाने से जितने वैभव संसार में, तो मिट्टी के समान वो अम्बरीश देखते थे। He was a very great devotee of the Lord, Shri Krishna. He was king of the whole world. The entire world was under his rulership. One king. He was the son of Nabhag, who himself was also the ruler of the entire world. Inheriting that entire rulership from his father, Ambarish, King Ambarish. Everything was within his grasp. All the pleasures, all the wealth, everything. Inexhaustible storehouse of wealth. Yet all the luxuries and all the wealth to him was like a dream. He had no interest in anything. Why? He had attained that supreme bhakti, supreme divine love for Sri Krishna. Having attained that, everything in the world becomes tasteless. It's like the firefly. In the night you see the firefly in the dark. But in the noonday sun in the hot noonday sun, that firefly, you can't even see. So pleasures of the world becomes to one who has attained that supreme divine love. Kak Basundaji says to Garuji in the Ramayana, सब कर मात खगनायक करिय राम पद पंकज नेहा। जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम। सखा परम परमारथ एहु करिय राम पद पंकज ने जय राम श्री राम जय
जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
सब कर मत खगनायक एहा करि राम पद पंकज नेहा. It is the conclusion of all the scriptures and all the saints and sages. The ultimate aid, the ultimate thing in life is to have love. Neha means love. Love for the lotus feet of the Lord. Sakha param paramarth ehu kari ram pad pankaj nehu. Kagbusundji says, hey Guruji, oh my friend, hey Sakha. There are 4 traditional aims of human life: dharma, arth, kam, moksha. Desire for righteousness, desire for wealth, desire for pleasure, desire for moksha. He rejects these 4, rejects them, and says there's a 5th which is the highest. Param paramartha ehu, which is the highest, and that is Kari Ram Pad Pankaj Nehu, to have love for the lotus feet of the Lord. There's nothing higher. This is the highest bliss. Gaurang Mahaprabhu says, Pancham Purusha Soi Prem Mohadhan. This divine love is a supreme treasure. Worldly things have nothing. So to him, because he was a supreme devotee of the Lord, he had that supreme bhakti. Everything. He had inexhaustible wealth, etc. One king in the whole world. And this is Satyug, not Kalyug. But it was like just a lump of dirt, that's all. And yet, being the king of the whole world, look at what he did. He used all the senses in serving Bhagwan, in associating with Bhagwan. Those who want to be devotees of God, pay attention here. Every sense organ should be utilized in the service of the Lord. What you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, what you touch. Anything which takes our mind away from God, in all these 5 is kusan, bad association, which will destroy whatever little devotion or bhakti you have. He has attained that divine love. His mind was always fixed on the lotus feet of the Lord. Every moment, his mind was fixed on the lotus feet of the Lord. He employed his, when he would speak, jo bolte hai, was Bhagwan ke gunagan. He would speak about the virtues of the Lord, the divine pastimes. That's what he would, a devotee has no time for worldly nonsense, especially sensual objects. A devotee only wants to hear and speak about God, about his beloved Lord, his voice. He employed his hands in cleaning the Mandir. He would go to the Mandir of the Lord and sweep and clean, mop, pocha. How many of us think, let's go and there's some program, let me clean the Mandir, let me make sure everything is nice. Or even there's nothing, Bhagwan, my Lord is residing, let me keep it nice. So that the one in your home is not kept nice. Follows to anywhere else. Because we don't have the faith that in every particle of that murti, that picture, Bhagwan is residing. If you keep murtis, you keep pictures, keep it very clean. Keep it in a beautiful place. Put fresh flowers. Have it this is in every particle. Or else don't keep it. God is alive. Keeping murti is not an easy thing. Jo murti sthapan kiya, you put the murti and then you come once a week and one time offer a little prasad. You did prana pratishtha. When you put the murti, you put life. Just as how we eat 3 times a day, you're supposed to give them food 3 times a day. Every day. Put them to sleep, bathe them, everything. Because you have put life. Mostly, we do all this pran pratishtha. And we treat it like a piece of stone. Once a week we go. And we don't even bathe them or put on nice clothes or give them nice food to eat. What do we think? Kya sochte hai? Having murtis is not, you don't just keep murtis like that. It's a great, great sin if you don't do all those things properly. It's written in the scriptures how we should keep murti. If you keep murti of Bhagwan, what you should do. Unfortunately, in the West, in India, it is done mostly if you go to mandirs. A pujari is kept especially for doing that. Food is cooked. There's a special kitchen just to cook for them. Special utensils to offer bhog. 3-4 pujaris are employed in the mandir just to take care of them because we have put life. So we have to treat them that way. He would clean. He would use his hands. He would use his ears to listen to only the divine pastimes of the Lord. He didn't want to hear worldly things. A devotee, if you just even broach the worldly topic, they get very angry. Or they will just leave and go somewhere else. They can't take it. He employed his eyes in looking at the beautiful murtis of Bhagwan. In that he saw Bhagwan personified. It wasn't just murti, it wasn't stone, it wasn't a statue. Oh, people say we do idol worship. For a Hindu, this is not an idol, this is not a statue. If you're a true devotee, this is Bhagwan personified. Why do we say pran pratishtha? That when we put down this murti, we are putting life. Why we say that? If you're not going to treat it that way. That there's life here. The Lord, every part of his body, the sense of touch he would use to touch the devotees of the Lord, whom he saw as the Lord himself personified. I've told you when we meet saints and sages, the saint is God personified. The true devotees, he will do pranam, embrace them. This is what he used, his sense of touch. This was what gave happiness. He derived in the feet, he would use it to go to places where the Lord resides, Vrindavan, Madhuban, etc. Seva Kunj, all these places he would go. And he devoted his nose, every sense organ, his nose, to smell the tulsi leaf and the fragrant flowers that were offered at the lotus feet of the Lord. He would love to smell that. He used his tongue. He would only eat food offered to Bhagwan. We should not eat food that is not offered to God. The scripture says when you eat like that, you eat like a dog. Bhagwan ko arpit karo pehle, first we other religions have grace before meals. This is within Sanatan Dharma. Shri Krishna says very clearly in Gita, Yat karoshe dasnasi, yat johose dasyat, yat tapasasi kaunteya, tat kurushuma darpanam. Chapter 9, verse 27, Gita. Whatever you eat, whatever you drink, whatever sacrifice you make, whatever action you perform, offer to the Lord first and then partake. We're supposed to offer, make it prasad, then eat it. Only those things, the offerings. He coveted the flowers as offered, the sandal paste, all the perfume, everything. Not a desire to gratify his senses, but with the yearning, the desire, by doing all of that, he will get to do seva, he will be able to serve the Lord. His ultimate desire was to serve Bhagavan selflessly. And by taking all of this, that he will eventually get to serve the Lord. ऐसे करते करते इनकी भक्ति बढ़ते जा रहे थे. तो एक बार भगवान को प्रसन्न करने के लिए, भगवान श्री कृष्ण को प्रसन्न करने के लिए वो अपने पत्नी के साथ, वो पत्नी भी उसी तरह उनके स्वभाव की तरह भी थी, तो उनकी पत्नी के साथ उन्हें एक प्रण लिया कि एक साल तक हर द्वादशी का व्रत रखेंगे. ये संसार के लिए नहीं, ये भगवान को प्रसन्न करने के लिए. In this way he ruled the whole entire earth, the whole world. Once, together with his wife, who was of a similar nature to him, he, in order to please Shri Krishna, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, he decided to fast for every Dwadashi for one whole year. Every Dwadashi. Not for some material thing. People fast a lot in the world. Monday fast, Sombar, Mangalvar, Budhvar. Every day there's a different fast. Why? To get something from the world. To cure some disease, to get something in the world. No, devotee doesn't pray for that. Unki ichha mein ichha. Tat sukha sukhitvam. Naradji says, Narad Bhakti Sutra, to be happy in the happiness of the beloved. That is called bhakti, prem, love. Your desire, that's not bhakti anymore. As soon as your desire comes, what I want, that's not bhakti. What makes the Lord happy? So with the aim of pleasing Bhagwan, every Dwadashi, the Hindu calendar, every month has 30 days, 30, and is divided in two parts. The bright half of the moon and the dark half of the moon. Krishna Paksh, Shukla Paksh. So Krishna Paksh, dark half of the moon, Shukla Paksh, bright half. 15 days each. And it starts counting from the first day, Prathama, Dvitiya, you go on like this. And the 12th day is called a Dwadashi, the special day to Shri Krishna, the Ekadashi also, but the Dwadashi is very special. Just like the Trayodashi, the 13 days is very special to Shivji. So in every month you have two Shivratri. On the 13 days is Shivratri, dedicated to Shivji. Mahashivratri is different. That falls on the Chaturdashi, on the 14th day. Anyhow, so every month has two Dwadashi, the 12th day of the Paksh. And he would prepare himself, not only fasting on the day, but the day before, sometimes 2 days before, he would start fasting. And no food, nothing. Even to take water is to break the fast. And with his mind focused, I told you once before, fasting doesn't only mean keeping away from food, etc. Upavas. Vas, the thing you're going to, that object. Upa means to get close. That which takes us close to God, close to Shri Krishna, is called Upavas, the Sanskrit word for fasting. So his mind, he's already a great devotee, his mind was focused, and he would chant the name of the Lord, do even more bhakti on those days. So for one whole year, he did that. And then now, to break the fast, he decided to do a special puja. भगवान का श्री राधा कृष्ण की मूर्ति को लेकर भगवान का अभिषेक किया, जैसे हम लोग करते हैं अभिषेक पंचामृत लेके, और बड़ी प्यार से भक्ति सहित भगवान को नहलाया. And so to finish the fast, he fasted 3 days before the Dwadashi, 3 days before the last one. And on the Dwadashi itself, before breaking the fast, he would always worship Shri Krishna like this, Radha Krishna, Shri Radha Krishna. But this day, even more special. One of the ways he'd worship Bhagwan was to bathe him. What we call Abhishek, what we see us doing every time, every day during the Bhagavat. This is very, very important. Given a royal bath with the Panchamrit, milk, dahi, pure cow ghee, honey, and sugar. These 5, they're called 5 Amrit. Payo dadhi ghitam chaiva madhum cha shakarayutam panchamitam mayanitam snanatham pratigihatam. This mantra it tells you what are the 5 materials used. There's a 5 Amrit. Nectar mixed together is called Panchamrit. But not that only. It has to be done with love. With love. Then it becomes a royal bath. Or it's just bath. Royal bath. With great love and devotion. Tears flowing from the eyes, the paws and the body raised on ends, and the voice, the throat choked with emotion. Singing the praises of the Lord, he would bathe the Lord, Shri Radha Krishna, like this. And worship with sandal paste, flowers, all these things. ब्राह्मणों को बुलाया, जो श्रेष्ठ ब्राह्मण और ऋषि मुनि, उनको बुलाया, और 60 करोड़ गायों का दूध सहित गायों का दान दिया. He called topmost among Brahmanas, the rishis and munis, the Brahmanas, the rishis and munis, and give them gift. He gave them the best of food to eat. Swadisht khana, bhojan, the best of food he gave to eat to them. Give them all kind of monetary gifts, etc. And donated to them 60 crore, 600 million cows, all producing abundance of milk. He donated in this way. अब ये सब कुछ कर दिया, तो अब व्रत को तोड़ना है. वो व्रत का जो फल है, वो मिलने के लिए वो व्रत को तोड़ना पड़ेगा. Now to get the fruit of that व्रत he did for the 24. Remember, every month has 2, so total 24. In order to get the fruit of that, he had to break the fast. So after doing all of this, given the Brahmins, topmost amongst, the best among Brahmins, the rishis and munis, and the best of gifts, etc., and feeding them, he was about to break his fast by having a meal. उसी समय वहां एक व्यक्ति आया. And at the same time someone came there. Who came there? Durvasa Muni. That great Rishi Muni, Durvasa, who's always, everyone is scared of. He did not invite Durvasa Muni, but Durvasa Muni came. What happened when Durvasa Muni came there? Let's hear. In your books, please turn to page 15. Beautiful bhajan, devotee saying, Hey Radha Rani, please shower your grace upon me. What do you lose, Radha Rani, by showering your grace upon me? You don't lose anything. Your body, your mind, your life itself is grace. You are the very personification of grace, Kripa, Radha Rani is Kripa itself, the personification. Just as a fish cannot live without water, the very life is water. In the same way, Radha Rani cannot live without showering in grace. Her life itself is grace. You are causelessly merciful, and you shower your grace on the destitute, the humble souls. Through your grace, the entire world comes into being, it is sustained, and through your grace, it is destroyed. Hey Radha Rani, it's only through your grace, Shri Krishna, he is Samadarshi. He is the Supreme Court Judge. Only through your grace, he becomes known as Akaran Karun, causelessly merciful. Kripa karu, kripa karu, kripa karu Radhe. Kahan ghati jaye tura, kripa karu Radhe. Kripa karu,
कृपा करो कृपा करो राधे कहाँ घट जाए तोरा कृपा करो राधे.
Please give out the books, page 15 in the books. Kripa karu, kripa karu, kripa karu Radhe. Kahan ghati jaye tura, kripa karu Radhe.
कृपा करो कृपा करो कृपा करो राधे कहाँ घट जाए तोरा कृपा करो राधे.
तेरा तो है तन मन प्राण कृपा राधे. तेरा तो
है तन मन कृपा की पराधे
तू तो एक कृपा का ही दूजा रूप राधे.
तू तो एक कृपा काई दूजा रूप राधे.
तेरा तो है एक काम कृपा कृपा राधे. तेरा
तो है एक काम कृपा कृपा राधे.
कृपा बिनु तू तो रही नहीं सक राधे.
कृपा बिनु तू तो रही नहीं सक राधे.
ओ कृपा करू कृपा करू कृपा करू राधे. कहाँ घटी जाए तुरा कृपा करू राधे.
कृपा करो कृपा करो कृपा करो राधे जाती जाए तोरा कृपा करो राधे.
समान चार्तिथम भूपः प्रत्याथानासनाहनैः यथा छेभ्य वरावहाराय पादमूलमुगामुपागतः प्रतिनाजं सताद्याख्यां कटुर्मावश्यकं गतः नियमज्य बृहद्धावत् कालिंदी सलिलं शुभे ब्राह्मणातिक्रमे दोषो द्वादश्यां यदपारहने यत्कृत्वा साधु मे भूयात् धर्मो वा न मां स्पृहत्। कृपा करू राधे कहाँ घटी जाए तोरा कृपा करू राधे।
कृपा करू
जय श्री राधे। जग जाने जल मीन जीवन राधे।
जग जाने जल मीन जीवन राधे।
ऐसी ही कृपा तेरा जीवन राधे। तू तो है अकारण कृपामयी राधे।
तू तो है अकारण कृपामयी राधे।
दीन जन पर ही तू कृपा कर राधे। रही तू कृपा करे ओ कृपा करू राधे कहाँ घटी जाए तोरा कृपा करू राधे।
कृपा करू कृपा करू राधे कहाँ घटी जाए तोरा कृपा करू राधे।
तेरी कृपा ते ही विधि रचे जग राधे।
तेरी कृपा ते ही विधि रचे जग राधे।
तेरी कृपा ते ही हरि पाले जग राधे।
तेरी कृपा ते ही हरि पाले जग राधे।
तेरी कृपा बिनु ब्रह्म न्यायी रहे राधे।
तेरी कृपा बिनु ब्रह्म न्यायी जग राधे।
ओ तेरी कृपा ते कृपालु बने ब्रह्म राधे।
तेरी कृपा ते कृपालु बने ब्रह्म राधे।
कृपा करू राधे कहाँ घटी जाए तोरा कृपा करू राधे।
कृपा करू राधे कहाँ घटी जाए तोरा कृपा करू राधे।
बोले राधा रानी की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। अब अम्बरीश दुर्वासा मुनि को देखकर, ये नहीं कि मैं आपको बुलाए नहीं, हम लोग ऐसे ही सोचेंगे नहीं, हमारे अतिथि तो देव भाव, अतिथि देव भाव, वो भगवान के समान है, भगवान के रूप है, ऐसे सोचते हैं। और ऐसे बड़े ऋषि मुनि, तो तुरंत खाने को छोड़ दिया और दुर्वासा मुनि को बहुत सुंदर आसन दिया और पूजन इत्यादि किया और उनको भी बताया कि आप आइए, खाइए, जो भी हमारे पास ले लीजिए। लेकिन दुर्वासा मुनि ने कहा, हाँ मैं बहुत खुश हूं, आपने हमको इतना आदर दिया, लेकिन अभी मुझे नहाना है, पहले मैं नहाऊंगा फिर मैं आके खाऊंगा। So, seeing that great Rishi Muni, Durvasa Muni, Ambarish immediately left his food and ran, gave a most beautiful seat to him and worshipped him in the highest way, honoring him in the highest way. We in the world, we would think, I didn't invite you, what you doing here? Huh? No. In Sanatan Dharma, our Atithi, our guest is like God. Atithi Dev Bhava. This is a teaching of Sanatan Dharma. Atithi Dev Bhava. So someone says, I would invite a guest as God and he's a robber and he comes and steals everything from me. Are bhaiya, if someone has to steal from you, he's going to steal. Whatever we are supposed to acquire in this world, according to our karma, according to whatever actions we have performed in the past life, prarabdha, we cannot get less or more. If you have to lose, you're going to lose it. You see, we call ourselves Hindu, Sanatanists, and we have no idea, no faith in what is written in the scriptures. No one can do anything to you if it's not supposed to happen. Are Bhagwan says, I am the giver of the fruit. Phal dene wala to Bhagwan hai. To Bhagwan bas so jate. Does he fall asleep that he doesn't see someone is going to come and rob you? No, that wasn't yours. I said, socho. It wasn't yours. But we don't think. We perform the action and we have to get the fruits, bhaiya. Do we have faith in that? Do we have faith in the scriptures? Do we have faith in Bhagwan? You do wrong things. You steal in the past life. You have stolen. You did. Who knows what you did? So somebody has to come back and steal from you. What goes around comes around. Don't think you're going to do wrong things and nothing is going to happen. Avashyameva bhoktavyam kritam karma shubha shubham. You will have to bear the fruits of your good action as well as bad action. We do not blame anyone. Don't blame anyone for whatever happens to you. The best of the best and the worst of the worst. A devotee sees everything as kripa, grace. Bhagwan Shri Ram is saying to Shivari in the Ramayana, अष्टम जथा लाभ संतोषा सपने हो नहीं देखहि पर दोषा जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम अष्टम जथा लाभ संतोषा सपने हो नहीं दे कहीं पर दोषा. Bhagavan Shri Ram says he's outlining Navdha Bhakti to Shivari. And he says, Shivari, the eighth type of bhakti is to be contented, whether in gain or loss. When we get whatever we think we have, everything that we would love to have in the world, oh Bhagwan, you're so merciful, you're so graceful. And if you lose everything, lose your health, lose your wealth, lose everything in the world, oh Bhagwan, no, he's punishing me. What did I do? You see, because we don't know anything. We say we're Hindus. Uncountable actions. Who knows what we did in the past life when we were a human being? Not as an animal or a donkey or a dog or a cat. That's not. They don't have purushart. The actions do not bear fruit. Human being. When the last time you were in the body, when you had human birth, you may have murdered. Who knows what you did? Who's going to bear that fruit? Bhagwan says you have to bear the fruits. So one who is a true devotee, knowing that, number one, whatever happens to me is a result of my karma. Actions I have performed in my past life. Number one. Number two, the one who is given the fruit, Shri Krishna says, Ma phaleshu kadachana. Chapter 2 verse 47 Gita. I give the fruit. This is his challenge. We have right, we have free will. We can do whatever we want. But Bhagwan reserves the right to give the fruit. So if I'm a devotee, I love God, then whatever fruit Bhagwan gives is prasad. I should love it also. He alone is the giver of the fruit. So a devotee loves it. For him, everything is kripa, kripa. One satsangi was telling me, and so devotees call me Bhaiya, Bhaiya. This place we came to is Fireburn Hindu Mandir. That some robbers came and they robbed somebody and all kind of thing. And so I said, why are you telling me that? Oh, we have to be very careful. I said, what is only Fireburn they rob people? Huh? They rob people all over the world. Who has to get robbed is going to get robbed. If I have to get robbed, I'll get robbed. I'm not scared of that. I'm not scared of a little robber. The one we are supposed to be scared of, Bhagwan Shri Krishna, nobody is scared. We do all the wrong thing. And we're scared of little worldly people. Because of our attachment to our material possessions. If I lose this, what's going to happen to me? It's not yours. No one, not even Bhagwan, can increase or decrease what we are supposed to acquire due to our prarabdha or past action. This is a very divine law. If you don't believe it, then you're not a Hindu. That's all I can say. It's written very clear in the scriptures, very, very clear. No one can increase or decrease. The difference between worldly people and those who have acquired true knowledge, the saints, Jnani bhugate jnanate, murak bhugate roy. That's the difference. The knowledgeable person knows that death, disease, loss, gain, this is all inevitable part of life. This is the fruit of our past actions, and we have to bear it. And the fools, they're going to cry for everything. Murak bhugate roy. Because they don't understand anything. So, he worshipped Durvasa, gave him the most beautiful seat, and honored him in the highest way and told him, you also come and sit and eat, and I'll give you everything I have. Durvasa said, I'm very pleased with the way you've honored me and worshipped me. But I want to go first in the Yamuna, take bath. Let me go and bathe first, and then I'll come. Durvasa said, okay. तो दुर्वासा मुनि गए यमुना में और बहुत देर कर दिया जबरदस्ती जानकर भी बहुत देर कर दिया तो यहां अम्बरीश ने देखा कि आधे मुहूर्त बचे हैं आधा मुहूर्त तो आप क्या करें तो उन्होंने सोचा वो पहले वो जान लिया वो बहुत बड़े भक्त और जो भक्त है वो पूरा ज्ञान उनके पास है लेकिन फिर ब्राह्मणों वहां ऋषि मुनि जो बैठे इनके साथ बात किए कि अगर मैं थोड़ी सी पानी पीऊंगा, क्योंकि अगर मैंने ये व्रत नहीं तोड़ा ये भी पाप है, क्योंकि इतने दिन तक व्रत रखा और तोड़े नहीं समय पर, वो भी पाप है। और अगर खाना खाया तो ऋषि मुनि का इंसल्ट, अनादर, दोनों में। तो थोड़ा पानी पीऊंगा, खाना नहीं खाऊंगा, तो व्रत तो भी तोड़ दिया और ऋषि को भी अनादर नहीं दिया। So Durvasa Muni went to the Yamuna and was taking his bath, and deliberately he stayed very long. Deliberately. Now, the Dwadashi was coming to an end. There's something called Muhurt. Right? So one Muhurt is about 48 minutes. There was a half Muhurt left, the auspicious time, about 24 minutes. And then, if he didn't break the fast, that is a sin. After fasting so long, and he didn't break it, would be a sin. And if he ate food before the Rishi came back, before eating, you invited him to eat, and then you eat before him, that will also be a big sin. So he thought in his mind what to do. He had the answer. Being a devotee, when you do devotion, bhakti, I told you two things comes automatically. Gyan or vairagya. Knowledge, true knowledge, as well as detachment. And of course, divine experiences. So, he knew the answer, but he discussed with the Brahmins, the Rishis and Munis, that if I were to drink a little bit of water, in this way I would break the fast, but I would not have eaten food, and so I would not have insulted the saint, the sage. And they all agreed. Yeah, that's correct. So he took a little bit of water in the hand and sipped it. Just sip a little bit. Not a whole bottle, a little bit he sipped. Just to break the fast. And the moment he did that, Durvasa Muni, wo aa gaye Durvasa Muni. And Durvasa Muni jaan gaye ki unhone kya kiya. Durvasa Muni, he's a sage. He knew exactly what happened. He got so angry. Durvasa is always, everybody's scared of Durvasa Muni. He had the churiki, the turf of hair. He grabbed it and grabbed a piece, couple of the hair from that, smashed it on the ground. पहले बोला कि आप सब लोग देख लो, ये राजा, ये पूरे संसार का एक राजा है, तो उसको बहुत घमंड है, इसलिए हमको ये अनारत किया. He started shouting to everyone, look at this king. Look at him, how insolent he is. Because he is the king of the whole world, one king. He is so full of arrogance that he has insulted me, sage. I'm going to show him the consequences of doing that. And so he grabbed the turf of hair, piece of it, and smashed it. और एक राक्षसी निकल प्रकट हो गए, कृत्या, जो इनका स्वरूप अग्नि, ऐसे अग्नि जो प्रलय में आते हैं. So when he smashed that turf of hair in the ground, a huge demon, this Rakshasi, appeared with the form of fire. The kind of fire that comes at the time of dissolution. That Rakshasi's name was Kritya. She came with a huge sword, talwar. Iske gardan kaat do. Take out his head. Durvasa is saying. Ambarish घबराए नहीं. वो तो भक्त है, परम भक्त है. वो जानते मैं शरीर नहीं हूं, इसको खो जाएंगे तो दूसरा मिलेगा. Ambarish did not panic. He bent his head actually and said, cut it bhaiya. Because he's a great jnani, great devotee. He knows if I lose this, I'm not this body. If I lose it, I get the next one. How many of us have that knowledge? We read, we hear Gita all the time that we are not the body, we are the soul, Atma. The soul cannot be cut by any weapon. It cannot be burned by fire. It cannot be wet by water nor dried by the wind. It is the same forever. Nainam chinnati shastrani, nainam dahati pavaka, na chainam kledayantyapo, na shoshayati maruta. We read Gita, but we just read words. We don't believe it. Or else the wise man does not grieve nor rejoice at the birth or death of anyone, because the soul doesn't take birth, nor does it die. Body takes birth. Body is perishable, it dies. And we're not the body, we are the soul, Atma. But we are ignorant. So we rejoice and we get very sad, etc. Ambarish put his head down, cut. But Bhagwan is looking. Bhagwan he's in Golok and he's not seeing. No, Bhagwan is in every particle. He's sitting in the heart of Durvasa. He's sitting in the heart of Ambarish. Bhagwan said, Acha, Sudarshan Chakra, go and finish this Abhimani. Go and finish that wicked fellow for me. He sent his weapon, Sudarshan Chakra. Sudarshan Chakra came. When you try to harm a devotee of Bhagwan, Bhagwan doesn't care if you curse and criticize and people abuse Bhagwan. Bhagwan doesn't mind. You try to harm a devotee, Bhagwan gets very angry. सुनो सुरेश रघुनाथ सुभाव निज अपराध विसाही न काहू बोलो
राम 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 राजा राम 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 बोलो राम 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 राजा राम राम राम
जो अपराध भगत कर करई राम रोष पावक सो जरई बोलो
राम 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 राजा राम 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 बोलो राम 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 राजा राम राम राम
सुनो सुरेश रघुनाथ सुभाऊ निज अपराध रिसाही न काऊ. Lord's nature, his स्वभाव. Someone commits crime, they curse God, God doesn't care. Doesn't feel bad. Doesn't get angry. But जो अपराध भगत कर करई तो राम रोष पावक सो जरई. Someone tries to harm a devotee of Bhagwan, someone who loves God. We have to be very careful. Very careful. You just think wrong thoughts. Already did Nam Aparad. The Lord gets so angry. His anger is like fire, burn, destroy everything. So he sends Sudarshan Chakra. First Sudarshan Chakra destroyed Kritya, the Rakshasi, and then it went after Durvasa. जलाने लगे, इस बर्निंग दुर्वासा. दुर्वासा भागने लगे इधर उधर और सबको बुलाते बचाओ बचाओ, कोई नहीं आया. देखा कोई नहीं आते तो ब्रह्मा के पास गए, जो सृष्टि करता. तो ब्रह्मा ने कहा भैया मैं शिव दक्ष भृगु ये सब इंद्र ये सब उनके नियम के अंदर में है, नशीभूत है. उसके गुस्सा हम नहीं जाएंगे, वो हमारा सर्वनाश होगा. Durvasa Muni is running here, there, is hiding in the cave everywhere, but Sudarshan Chakra is after him. Durvasa Muni is a rishi, he has powers that he can fly very quickly. But Sudarshan Chakra is after him. He's begging everyone he sees, please help me, save me. No one is coming. Finally, seeing that no one will help, he went to Brahma, the creator, and is begging Brahma. Brahma says, Bhaiya, myself, Lord Shiv, Daksh, Bhrigu, the Prajapatis, even Indra, we all submissively obey all his laws. We cannot put this burden on our head by going against his law. We will not go try to help you and go against his aiding and abetting. Somebody breaks the law and you help them, your charge also, aiding and abetting. We will get charged also. Sudarshan Chakra will fix us. दुर्वासा मुनि ने फिर इसके बाद शिव जी के पास गए, जो कैलाश पर्वत में रहते हैं, और शिव जी को भी बताया, बचाइए बचाइए पिताजी. Seeing that Brahma would not help, he went to Shivji. And he's begging Shivji also, my father, please help me, please. तो शिवजी ने बोला कि बेटा, हमारे पास ऐसा कोई शक्ति नहीं है जो भगवान, जो परम देव है, हमारे इष्ट देव, उसको टाल सकते. मैं, सनक कुमार, नारद, ब्रह्मा, कपिल, अपांतरप, तम, देवाल, धर्म, आसुरी, ये सब उनके माया कभी हम इसके परे नहीं है, डरते हैं इसके माया से. तो हम ऐसे आपका सहायता कैसे करेंगे? He went to Shivji and said, Father, please help me. Please help me. Shiv said, my son, I have no power to do that. Over the supreme power, the supreme Lord of the universe. Myself, as well as the sages, Sanak, Sanana, Sanatan, Sanak Kumar, Naraji, the glorious Brahma, the creator, Lord Kapil, Apan, Taratam, Deval, Dharm, Asuri, even Indra, we all deluded by his Maya. We cannot penetrate the veil of his Maya, the Lord's Maya. Since this is the weapon of the Lord, ये भगवान का शस्त्र है, जो हमारा भी इष्ट देव है, तो मैं आपको बता रहा हूं कि उनके पास जाओ, उन्हीं के पास जाओ. कोई आपको बचा सकते तो वही बचाएंगे. He says, this weapon, this is the weapon of the Lord, the Supreme Lord of the universe. So even I cannot help you here. So I tell you, go and seek shelter in the Lord. If anyone can help you, he is the only one. This is his weapon. I'm sure the Lord will bring security to you. Go and surrender to him. Beg for forgiveness. कि हमने गलती की. When we go with a true, we surrender to Bhagwan with a feeling, we say in the world, I am sorry, I am sorry. My guru used to say 2 words in English have no meaning. Sorry and thank you. Because if you're truly sorry, you would not make that mistake again. You say, I'm sorry, and you go back and make the same mistake. And thank you is just acting. But if we go with a true heart to Bhagwan and accept that I am wrong, accept your mistake, the Lord will protect you. To go, he says. तो दुर्वासा मुनि भगवान के पास गए और फिर क्या हुआ? Do a couple lines of beautiful bhajan. Emily here. Turn to page 13 in the books. मेरे नंद नंदन, मेरे नंद नंदन, अपना बना ले मोही. मेरे नंद नंदन, मेरे नंद नंदन, मेरे
नंद नंदन, अपना बना ले मोही. मेरे नंद नंदन.
मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद दरस दिखा दे टुक मेरे नंद नंदन दरस दिखा दे टुक मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद निज सेवा दे मोहि मेरे नंद नंदन निज सेवा दे मोहि मेरे नंद नंदन ओ मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन अपना बना ले मोहि मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन अपना बना ले मोहि मेरे नंद नंदन अहम भक्त पराधीन यस्वतंत्र द्विज साधुभिर्ग्रस्त हृदयो भक्त भक्त जनप्रिय मत्सेवया प्रतीतं च सालोक्यादिचुष्टुयं नेच्छन्ति सेवया पूर्णः कुतोऽन्यत्कालदृच्यतवम् साधवो हृदयं मह्यं साधूनां हृदयं त्वहं मदन्यते न जानन्ति नाहं तेभ्यो मनागपि मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन अपना बना ले मोहि मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन अपना बना ले मोहि मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद जन सेवा दे मोहि मेरे नंद नंदन जन सेवा दे मोहि मेरे नंद नंदन 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 तू ही मेरा मैं भी तेरा मेरे नंद नंदन तू ही मेरा मैं भी तेरा मेरे नंद नंदन ओ मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन अपना बना ले मोहि मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन अपना बना ले मोहि मेरे नंद नंदन 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 दीन मैं तू दीन बंधु मेरे नंद नंदन दीन मैं तू दीन बंधु मेरे नंद नंदन 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 तुझ सा कृपालु नहीं मेरे नंद नंदन तुझ सा कृपालु नहीं मेरे नंद नंदन ओ मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन अपना बना ले मोहि मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन मेरे नंद नंदन अपना बना ले मोहि मेरे नंद नंदन बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। दुर्वासा मुनि भगवान के पास भगवान के लोग गए। सुदर्शन चक्र ने बहुत जलाया उनको, भुने हुए ऐसे भगवान के पास गए और भगवान से पाहिमाम त्राहिमाम त्राहिमाम, हे संसार के रक्षक बचाइए, मैंने बहुत बड़ा गलती की, मैं जानता हूं मानता हूं, इस पाप को नाश करो, हे भगवान बचाओ। He went to Bhagwan's abode. He was totally scorched by Sudarshan Chakra. Fell at the feet, shaken with fear. He fell at the lotus feet of Bhagwan. Oh my Lord, O protector of the universe, O protector of your devotees, please protect me, save me, protect me. I know I have committed something very wrong. I've done a great sin. Please, by your kripa, your grace, you are Karan Karun, causelessly merciful. Wipe away that sin. The Bhagavan answered and said, Aham bhakta paradhina hyasvatantra aham bhakta paradhino hyasvatantra ivadvija sadhubhir grasta hridayo bhaktair bhakta janapriya. 9th canto, 4th chapter, 63rd verse. He says, look, Durvasa, you are Rishi Muni, topmost among Rishi, but I can't do anything for you. I can't help you. Durvasa said, my Lord, you are Paramasvatantra. Paramasvatantra nasir balako. You are supremely independent, free. No one and nothing controls Bhagavan. Bhagavan says, yes, that is true. That's written in the scriptures. But there's a subsection. In every rule, every law, there's a subsection. What is the subsection? Aham bhakta paradhina. When it comes to those who love me, my devotees, those to whom I am their life itself, they have nothing and no one but me alone. I am no longer free. Paradhina. I am bound and I am tied by the rope of their love. The love of the devotee binds God and ties him up and makes him dance as a monkey dances to the tune of the monkey trainer. He says, I am no longer free. Bhak grasta hridayo. They have eaten my heart, Durvasa. In other words, I am helpless when it comes to my devotees. I cannot do anything. मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता. मत सेवया पतितम च सालोक्यादिच्युतुष्टमाम तुष्टयम नेच्छन्ति सेवया पूर्णः कुतोन्यत् कालविश्वदम्. A devotee, besides wanting to serve me, those who love me, their only desire is to do seva, to serve the Lord. They don't care about even the 4 muktis. Those who worship Mahavishnu, that form of Sri Krishna, the yogis, they attain 4 muktis. There's 5 muktis in all. The devotees have 4. The jnanis have 1 called Sayujya Mukti, Ekatva Mukti. They merge into the formless aspect of Sri Krishna. They get nothing. Useless. The devotees have 4. Salokya, Sarupya, Samipya, Sarshti. Salokya, having an abode just like the Lord. Sarupya, having a form like the Lord. Samipya, always being close to the Lord. Sarshti, having opulence. A devotee desires none of that. Devoid of seva for the Lord, to serve the Lord selflessly. All a devotee wants. The one who truly loves the Lord more than his own life. All he wants is to attain the seva, to serve the Lord selflessly. Mat sevaya patitam. They only want love to serve me. Sadhavo hridayam. That is 9th canto, 4th chapter, 67 verse. Sadhavo hridayam mahyam sadhunam hridayam toham madanyatena jananti naham tebhyo managapi. 4th canto, 9th canto, 4th chapter, 68 verse. My devotees, those who love me, they live in my heart. They are my heart and I live in their heart. They are my heart, I am their heart. They know nothing except me and I know nothing except them. So much I love them. They're dear to me in my life. Not even Lakshmi, not even Balaram is as dear to me as those who love me selflessly. They have bought me with their selfless love. Oh Durvasa. मैं क्या करूं? I can't do anything. मैं क्या करूं? अच्छा, एक काम करो, जाओ अम्बरीश के पास. अगर अम्बरीश क्षमा करेंगे तो ठीक है, लेकिन मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता. He says, okay, you can do one thing. Go to Ambarish, the one you committed the crime against. If he forgives you, fine. But I cannot and I will never. God never forgives. If anyone is going to forgive, it has to be the saint, that devotee you try to harm. If he forgives, then it's fine. Vishnu sthane kitam papam guru sthane pramuchyate guru sthane kitam papam bhajalepo bhavishyati. The scripture says if someone curses God, he commits a sin, he commits wrong things against God, Guru forgives. Guru has that power. But someone, a devotee, the true saint, but someone tries to harm a true saint, a true devotee of the Lord, Bhagwan will never forgive. If anyone has to forgive the saint, the devotee, or else Bhagwan says, I will never forgive. Go to Ambarish. To Ambarish ke paas gaye. Ambarish के श्री चरणों को पकड़ लिया, चरण को पकड़ लिया और बोलने लगे, हे महाराज, हे भक्त वृंद, हे भक्तों में श्रेष्ठ, मैंने बहुत बड़ी गलती की, नाम अपराध, क्षमा करो. अम्बरीश कुछ संकोच होने लगे. So he went back to Ambarish, fell and held onto the lotus feet of Ambarish and started to beg, please forgive me, I have committed a great sin, unpardonable sin. Ambarish is very embarrassed. Ambarish is saying, Bhaiya, don't do this. You are both are saints. But Durvasa is Brahman, Brahma Rishi. And Ambarish is Kshatri. Both are saint. But I am a Kshatri, you are Brahman. This is not right. This is very bad. Durvasa said, hey, Ambarish, when it comes to bhakti, there's no Brahman. Bhakti goes above everything. A bhakt is above everyone. When it comes to bhakti, there's no Brahman, Kshatri, nothing. You're a bhakt. You're a devotee, love of the Lord. Anyhow, Ambarish took Durvasa and embraced him. Ambarish didn't even remember that he tried to harm him. A devotee doesn't think. You know, we in the world, somebody does something, we make plans to take revenge. And that thing kills us. All the time we're thinking how I'm going to hurt this fella, this person. And that thing is eating you out, killing you. Are bhool jao, forget it. Forget. That's called tolerance. Sahanashilata. One of the things in the path of bhakti, taro rapi sahishnuna, to be more tolerant than a tree. If you want bhakti, you have to get angry and you don't get angry. Anger destroys everything. It destroys you. All your bhakti, everything goes down the drain. Why harm yourself? If we think deeply in our heart that I am no better than anyone, I might be worst sinner, most fallen, then it becomes easy to forgive and forget. But we don't think like that. We think I am better. I never did anything wrong. I never taught even anything wrong. I cannot be a sinner. That abhiman, that ego. We have too much ego. And we look down on everyone. And I'm going to fix him. I'm going to fix her. I'll her. And your whole life goes like that. That's not devotion. Gaurang Mahaprabhu says, Tinadapi suni chena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadina kirtaniya sada harihi. You want to be devotion, a devotee, you want to practice devotion, first and foremost, do this. This has to be done first. Become humbler than a blade of grass. Be more tolerant than a tree. Have no desire for name and fame. That I should get respect. And give respect to all, not seen high and low. Then you can do bhakti. Otherwise, impossible. This is the foundation. So Ambarish said, what did you do? I can't remember what you did. Ambarish gave him a beautiful seat again, worshipped him in the highest way, fed him, etc. Durvasa, of course, blessed him also. And so this wonderful katha of a great devotee, so much we can learn. If you want bhakti, this is how we have to be. Not like Durvasa, like Ambarish. This is what devotion is. Not that this is a Leela. It's a divine Leela. Ambarish is Durvasa is saint also to show us, one, how dangerous it is to try to harm a devotee of Bhagavan, one who loves God, to even think. And secondly, what it means to be a true devotee. How much the Lord loves those who surrender to Him, who love Him selflessly. There's much more we'll hear next time. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai, Shrimat Sadguru Sarkar ki jai, Radha Rani ki jai, Shrimat Bhagavat Mahapuran ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe.